12 News is your local election headquarters, and it's an historic election day here in southern New England. Many have already cast their ballots by mail in several key races, including the race for president. And
Rhode Island saw near record voter turnout today, and polls are open for a few more hours.
And this was the scene in Woonsocket at Leo Savoy Elementary this afternoon. Voters were able to walk right in and cast their ballots since there were no lines.
The biggest race today, the race for president, giving you a live look here at the White House. President Trump traveled to campaign headquarters in Virginia earlier, while former Vice President Joe Biden visited his childhood home in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Voters in Warwick casting their ballot on a key race today.
They're choosing the city's next mayor. Incumbent Mayor Joe Solomon is being challenged by Frank Picozzi. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer is in Warwick with a look at voter turnout there and what both candidates are saying today. Brittany?
Well, voters have been coming in and out of the Norwood School polling location all afternoon here. Warwick residents are deciding whether to keep Joseph Solomon as mayor or to replace him with Frank Picozzi. A line of voters wraps around the Heritage Christian Fellowship in Warwick. Rhode Island's second largest city by population has two candidates running for the top elected seat. Incumbent Mayor Joseph Solomon is facing independent challenger Frank Picozzi. Solomon is running with the Democratic Party and has been mayor since 2018. Solomon was previously Warwick City Council president. He tells me his main focus has not been campaigning, but rather continuing to run the city.
I think that the city needs a lot of attention right now. I've just been doing my job as mayor of the city of Warwick. I know I have the experience and the tools to get the job done.
Picozzi voted at the William Shields Jr. American Legion Post Tuesday. The longtime Warwick resident was previously chairman of the school committee. He says he decided to run because he didn't like how Solomon handled the pandemic, and residents want change.
We need to get the governor to start giving up some of that federal money to help the businesses. I mean, we're rolling back, the numbers are up, so we have to see what the future brings.
Both candidates say while it's been an unusual year for campaigning, they are happy with the connections they made with Warwick residents.
The response on the street has been very, very good from the voters. I look forward to continue serving. I feel that there's a lot more to do in this city. We just began in 2 years. In 2 years, we've accomplished a heck of a lot.
I ran a very unusual campaign. I'm not a politician. I don't have a party backing me, but I had a lot of residents backing me. I've met a lot of great people, so it's been a very rewarding experience, no matter how it turns out.
And both Solomon and Picozzi say they are feeling optimistic. The polls here close at 8 p.m. In Warwick, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.
Thank you, Brittany. Your local election headquarters coverage continues now. Today's election could also change the balance of power in the U.S. Senate.
Almost 36 Senate seats are up for grabs nationwide, and the results could reverberate here in southern New England.
Target 12 investigator Tim White and 12 News politics editor Ted Nesi have the details from our Elections Update Center.
Well, Mike and Shannon, the presidential race is the one everyone is watching tonight, but we're also keeping a close eye in the battle for control of the U.S. Senate. Let's take a look at the current makeup of the Senate with 53 Republicans and 47 Democrats.
There are 35 Senate seats up for grabs today, so to win control, the Democrats would need to flip 3 states if Biden wins the presidency, because then the vice president can break a tie vote, or 4 seats if President Trump wins.
Now, there isn't a lot of suspense here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, where Democratic Senators Jack Reed and Ed Markey are both seen as heavy favorites to defeat their Republican challengers. If Democrats win the Senate and Reed holds on to his own seat, he is in line to become the chairman of the powerful Senate Armed Services Committee.
Yeah, Jack Reed will probably be paying close attention to our neighbors to the north up in Maine. They have one of the most hotly contested Senate races in the country. Incumbent Republican Susan Collins facing a strong challenge from Democrat Sarah Gideon, who, believe it or not, is actually an East Greenwich native. Both campaigning down to the wire.
We are on a 16-county tour, though, in these last 4 days of the campaign, which is really representative of what we've done, making sure that we are connecting with Mainers.
I have loved being on my bus tour all over the state, touring Maine in the autumn, although it's kind of cold today.
Now, like in Rhode Island, polls in Maine close at 8 o'clock, and we'll be right here at the Elections Update Center bringing you the results as they come in. For Ted Nesi, I'm Tim White, 12 News.
Tim, Ted, thank you. We've got some important reminders for you. Most polls in Rhode Island and Massachusetts are open until 8 o'clock tonight. If you haven't returned your mail ballot, you can drop it off at one of the secure drop boxes by 8 o'clock tonight. It is too late to mail it in. If you run into long lines, elections officials say your vote will count as long as you're in line by 8. In Rhode Island, anyone who missed the registration deadline can register to vote today on the spot. However, you'd only be allowed to vote in the presidential race, not state, local, or federal races. We're also tracking several key races in Massachusetts, including the race for a House seat previously held by Joe Kennedy.
Veteran Senator Ed Markey also facing a challenge tonight. 12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto is live in Fall River with a look at these races. Sheena?
Yeah, we've really been tracking these from the start. In one case, you have two fresh new faces, and in the other race, you have someone trying to defeat a decades-long politician. Massachusetts' 4th Congressional District includes parts of Fall River, Taunton, and the Attleboroughs. Democrat Jake Auchincloss and Republican Julie Hall are fighting to be its next U.S. representative.
We have a gentleman here that's been a Republican, a Democrat, and an independent in a very short period of time, and I know that's caused some consternation out in the public. They don't trust him.
I find it disconcerting that someone could support Donald Trump for president while espousing truth and character as important principles.
The two are battling for the vacant seat Congressman Joe Kennedy cleared when challenging Senator Ed Markey for his seat. Markey won the Democratic primaries by 10 points.
We can feel the energy.
Senator Markey served as a U.S. representative for more than 3 decades before securing his seat in the Senate back in 2013. I asked Markey's Republican challenger, first-time candidate Kevin O'Connor, what he would bring to the table. He says safe neighborhoods, good jobs, and unity.
And I ask people just to envision the possibility for Massachusetts if we have a strong senator, Senator Warren, in the Democratic caucus, and we have a strong senator and new blood in the Republican caucus, Senator O'Connor.
He'll be providing an additional vote to Donald Trump on the floor of the United States Senate. Massachusetts does not want to send another vote for Donald Trump.
And they say this is the election of a lifetime, and it shows. We've been here at Government Center in Fall River for a few hours now, and the line to vote is only getting longer and longer as we're here. We're live in Fall River tonight. I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
We're going to take a look at some key races here in Rhode Island. Cranston voters will also determine if one of Rhode Island's most powerful politicians will remain a state representative. Republican Barbara Ann Fenton Fung, the wife of Cranston Mayor Alan Fung, is vying for the District 15 House seat held by Democratic Speaker Nick Mattiello. Rhode Islanders voting on 3 congressional races. Democratic incumbent Jack Reed facing a challenge from Republican Alan Waters. Congressman David Cicilline does not have a Republican opponent. However, 2 independents are running for the District 1 seat, Jeremy Lemire and Frederick Wysocki. And District 2 incumbent Congressman Jim Langevin is facing off with former state representative Robert Lancia.
And count on your local election headquarters for in-depth team coverage of all of the big races tonight with expert analysis you can count on. We'll have live local updates every half hour starting in the 7 p.m. hour. On WPRI.com, Tim White and Ted Nesi have a special presentation at 8 o'clock. And of course, we'll have breaking news and results all night on 12 News and WPRI.com.